Many of us, like me, love spending our day in the sun. But unfortunately for us, it took me time to know that sunlight can actually cause havoc to my skin. I noticed I was having hyperpigmentation, uneven skin tone, and I was darker than I've ever been. I had uneven skin tone, rough skin texture, patches, and this is the reason why I started incorporating sunscreen in my skincare routine. Even as much as you spend so much money buying skincare products, most people forget the most important of them all, which is incorporating sunscreen in their skincare routine. This information I'm about to share with you all in today's video. I really wish someone told me this 4 years ago when I thought I started my skincare journey. Hello to my skincare lovers. Thank you for coming back to watch yet another video from me. If you're stopping on my channel for the very first time, my name is Elo, and in here we discuss everything skincare and lifestyle, and I also share tools that will help you navigate life. You can join the wonderful community we have here by clicking on the red subscribe button and turning on your notification bell so you do not miss out each time I post a new content. And if you end up enjoying this video, please like this video for me. Without further ado, let's dive into today's topic. So today we are going to have a very interesting conversation, and it's all about incorporating sunscreen in your skincare routine. In today's video, I'm going to share with you guys everything you need to know about sunscreen. We're going to talk about the meaning of sunscreen, the importance of incorporating sunscreen in your skincare routine, types of sunscreen, how to choose, how to apply, and product recommendation. So you have a whole lot to learn in today's video. Here in our channel, it's all about learning. So if today is your first time of hearing about sunscreen, I would like to throw more light what sunscreen is all about. Sunscreen, it is a cream or lotion you rub into your skin that helps to protect your skin from sunlight. The importance of using sunscreen in your skincare routine is that it protects your skin from UVA and UVB. UVA means ultraviolet aging. Sun can actually make your skin to age and making you to age faster than you should. While UVB is ultraviolet burning. You can obtain sunburn or hyperpigmentation from the sun. So when you apply sunscreen, this is what is going to help you to protect your skin and also protect you from uneven skin tone. We have two types of sunscreen. We have the mineral sunscreen and we have the chemical sunscreen. This sunscreen comes in different types. It can also be called sun cream. It comes in different types. There are some that are in form of gel. We have the some in form of lotion, cream, and balm. They all work in protecting your skin against UVA and UVB. We're going to talk about mineral sunscreen, and I want to show you a practical example of mineral sunscreen. Here in my hand, I have my mineral sunscreen. So let me show you how the sunscreen protects your skin. How it protects your skin is that it creates a barrier when rubbed on your skin. What it does is that it blocks the sun from penetrating inside your skin. Like, you know, when you are in a tinted glass and when you are not in a tinted glass. That's what I'm trying to explain now. So when I'm in a tinted glass, when the sun ray comes, like, it has the ability to protect me from the sun. Unlike when you're not in tinted glass, it absorbs on the topper layer of the skin and blocks the sun from penetrating inside your skin to cause damage, therefore protecting you from UVA and UVB. When it comes to mineral sunscreen, you have to look out for two ingredients, which is zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. I'm in love with zinc oxide, and the reason why I love zinc oxide is that not only does it protect the skin, it also heals the wound and treats dark spots and melasma. Why titanium dioxide is also very good. These two ingredients will help to protect the skin against ultraviolet rays, which is ultraviolet burning and ultraviolet aging. The reason why a lot of people run away from mineral sunscreen is because it leaves white cast. It leaves white cast on the skin. It is so difficult to spread over the skin. Most of the sunscreen is very thick. It's very difficult to spread on the skin. This is the reason why a lot of people run away from using mineral sunscreen. But in this recent time, a lot of brands like Neutrogena were able to develop a better mineral sunscreen that is less visible, that leaves a less visible white cast on the skin. Mineral sunscreen is also very suitable for all skin types, including people with very sensitive skin. It is non-chondrogenic and also hypoallergic. Mineral sunscreen can be used from children from the age of 6 months and above. And also remember, after applying your sunscreen, you need to wait for 10 to 20 minutes before exposing yourself to sun. Coming over to chemical sunscreen, a lot of people like chemical sunscreen because it leaves no cast. So I'm going to show you a practical example of it. So here I'm trying to show you guys. So here I have my chemical sunscreen. So this, you can tell the difference already. So this is a difference. So how this protects your skin is that it absorbs the sun. It absorbs the sun. Let me give you a practical example. When you get a bowl of water, you put your foam, as in FOAM, inside the water, and you bring your chiffon. You know your chiffon clothes. Okay, I'm wearing a chiffon clothes. Then I put my chiffon clothes. When I take it up, which one do you think will absorb more water? It is the foam. This is basically what this does. It absorbs all the sunlight. And when I bring out my own chiffon from the bowl, you notice that it will absorb the water, but the water will not be much. So this is basically how chemical sunscreen protects your skin. It absorbs the sunlight and prevents it from penetrating inside your skin. Why the sunscreen I applied, it sits on the upper layer of my skin and it protects my skin and it doesn't leave white cast. But what most people don't know about is that if you're allergic, or you have a very sensitive skin, chemical sunscreen, it is not for you. Trace amounts might enter inside your bloodstream, and this is why chemical sunscreen, it is not recommended for breastfeeding mothers and pregnant women. By buying chemical sunscreen, you should consider the active ingredients, and the most popular active ingredients, it is oxybenzone and avobenzone, are the most popular ingredients used in formulating chemical sunscreen. So the next one we're going to talk about how to choose sunscreen. I would love you to know that you shouldn't buy sunscreen because someone is recommending a sunscreen, and you shouldn't buy sunscreen because the sunscreen is trending. There are a lot of things you need to consider while buying your sunscreen, and I'm going to discuss it with you all in detail. I'll share with you all how I choose my sunscreen because it's good to try other sunscreen, and for you not to waste your money, I will share with you how I choose my sunscreen. So while purchasing sunscreen, we should always look out for this information I'm about to share. First off, if you have a very sensitive skin, I will advise you to stay away from chemical sunscreen. It might actually be difficult to navigate, around it, but I assure you, chemical sunscreen, it is not for you. It might irritate your skin, but when it comes to mineral sunscreen is more natural. And like I told you, you should also look out for the active ingredients. When you are buying mineral sunscreen, I always look out for 2 ingredients. And no matter how, I would choose, even though I will also try other sunscreen, but when it comes to me choosing on when I just want to buy something without trying out, because as a skincare formulator, unfortunately for us, we also try out some other things. We might actually buy a product and we end up not using it, and we give an honest review so that you won't waste your money. So when buying mineral sunscreen, I look out for 2 ingredients, which is titanium dioxide and zinc oxide. When I want to purchase chemical sunscreen, aside there are other ingredients you should look out for. But one of the ingredients I always look out for is oxybenzone and avobenzone. This is the two ingredients I always look out for when buying chemical sunscreen. And also try as much as possible to avoid sunscreen, whether chemical or mineral sunscreen, that is formulated with DEET. I don't know, DEET, DEET. DEET is actually a mosquito repellent, so make sure you don't purchase any product that is formulated with it. While buying sunscreen, it is very crucial to look out for sunscreen with broad spectrum protection with minimum SPF 30. You know what it means is that the broad spectrum will protect your skin against UVA and UVB, which I said ultraviolet burning and ultraviolet aging. So what it means basically, if a product has a minimum broad spectrum, it means that it's going to protect you from sunburn and skin cancer and also premature aging or photo aging. While buying sunscreen, you should look out for sunscreen with 30 plus. That's the minimum you should go, or even look for one that is higher, like this is actually SPF 50 while this is SPF 90. So you should also look out for the sunscreen if it has SPF up to 30 plus. I know a lot of products like makeup, foundation or primer or face cream, like I reviewed earlier about Dr. Rachel daytime cream with SPF 20. So I reviewed it. I'm also going to leave the link on my description box, and also even made a video on how to use mineral sunscreen without it leaving white cast on your skin. So I'm also going to leave the link down below. Minimum SPF recommended by dermatologists and health people is minimum of 15. Option 15 to 20-25 can do for your skin is that, yes, it's going to protect your skin against UVB, which is ultraviolet burning from sunburn, but it's not going to offer you UVA, which is protecting your skin against aging. And if you listened or if you have watched this video, I made mention, even as much as you're using this product which has promised to protect your skin because it has SPF 20, you also need to wear sunscreen because you're only getting UVB. And what about UVA, which is also important because if you are into skincare or you are starting your skincare journey, one of the benefits aside having clear skin is preventing an aging skin. Aging starts from the face down to the neck and our hands, and this is basically what we are fighting for. And like I said, if you have been watching my video, whatever you do to your face, you also need to do it to your neck. So you should also bear that in mind. While using your sunscreen, you should also remember your neck, your ears and your hands, but we'll talk about that later. While swimming or exercising in an open place, you should use your sunscreen, especially sunscreen that has water and or sweat resistance. That's the sunscreen you need to go for because it has the ability to protect you for 40 to 60 minutes. Most people dive into pool but without knowing that they need to wear their sunscreen, and most people exercise without knowing that they need to also wear their sunscreen. So if you have any physical whatever you are doing and you tend to sweat, make sure that while buying sunscreen, you are choosing a sunscreen that has water resistance or that is waterproof. Like this particular sunscreen is a super waterproof, so it will prevent, even while I'm sweating, it will also protect my skin. Then again, I know I always talk about applying sunscreen on the face and your neck, your chest, but to be honest with you, it's also important to apply sunscreen on your body, and unfortunately much emphasis are not thrown. Yes, it is good to wear such sunscreen in that area, but I know it becomes quite difficult while using mineral sunscreen to apply sunscreen on your body, especially looking ashy. So that's why I feel like mineral sunscreen will not work in that area. Chemical sunscreen is better because, as you can see my skin looks as if I didn't even rub anything. So you should also remember that area. But what I do and what I will share with you guys is that I prefer to wear protective clothes while out. It helps a whole lot. So for example, I'm wearing a long sleeve at the moment, and like I'm going out, I'll wear my long sleeve and I'll wear my trouser. So now I have only my hands and my feet that is exposed, or probably my neck and my chest, and I will concentrate in those areas. So this is another helpful tips you can use and also save money. Well, this sunscreen is actually recommended for face and body, but if you have a very sensitive skin or you are allergic, I will prefer you stick to mineral sunscreen, or while buying chemical sunscreen, you should stick to the one that is recommended only for the face, because the skin on our face is very sensitive, and whatever you use on your face will not really work on your body. So that's why I do prefer, while buying sunscreen, you should use the one that is recommended only for your face, and if you can use the one for face and body on your body. That's why most people use chemical sunscreen, even the one recommended for face and body on their body, and mineral sunscreen on their face, whichever one that works for you. And lastly, while choosing your sunscreen, you should also look out for expiring dates, and don't use unexpired products even as much as you're buying your skincare products. So I'm also going to answer a frequently asked questions, and a lot of people have asked these questions. They are like, hello, do you think sunscreen causes skin darkening? The information I've gotten, and from observation as well, what I can tell you is that unfortunately, even while using sunscreen, you can actually get darker. Hear me out. This is the way it works. When you apply sunscreen without applying the amount of sunscreen you need to apply, what happens? You are not fully protected. Even as much as you are using sunscreen and you constantly expose your skin to sunlight, darkening or hyperpigmentation can occur. That is just the honest truth. So how does this happen? Let me give you an example. When I talk about sunscreen, I always tell you guys how important it is to reapply your sunscreen every 2 hours. Most people use sunscreen without applying it every 2 hours. And another thing is, why at home most people don't apply sunscreen? I won't say my skin is very sensitive, but when it comes to sun, I just don't know. Like, my skin reacts to sun, to be honest with you. So I have understand the importance of using my sunscreen even at home. So let me tell you guys, you might say, okay, I'm applying my sunscreen. But let me say, okay, you go out 3 times in a week and the rest of the day you spend it at home. Let me tell you guys, so now someone is knocking at the gate, you are going out to check the gate without wearing your sunscreen. Do you know that UV rays has already entered and is sitting there? Then another day you say, oh God, my clothes is dry, I need to wear this bra now. You are going outside to just get a bra and you are quickly coming inside. UV rays has entered. You will not be like, oh God, I'm trying to buy airtime for my bank. Let me just rush to Abiola's house and buy airtime. UV has occurred. So when this little things start sitting on top of your layers of your skin, this is how hyperpigmentation occur even while you are using sunscreen. Then again, oxybenzone can actually cause skin darkening, and it is called hyperpigmentation, and what leads to it is two things: stress and exposure involved, like I explained to you guys. Methoxycinnamate, when the two ingredients is formulated together, it will help to lighten the skin and prevent dark spots, hyperpigmentation that can be caused by UV rays, or the little UV ray that penetrates and sits on the skin till it damages the skin or whatever. So I'm also going to share with you what you need to know while applying sunscreen. So what you need to know while applying your sunscreen is that sunscreen, it is only used during the day. From 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. you need to protect your skin and avoid using it during the night time. While applying your sunscreen, sunscreen should be the last thing you will apply after moisturizing your skin, not before. After moisturizing your skin, you apply your sunscreen. When you apply your sunscreen, the correct measurement is half teaspoon of your sunscreen, or use the 2-finger method. Double cleansing is very important, especially if you are using a waterproof sunscreen. You need to double cleanse before washing your face. That way you are washing all the dirt and everything. It has acclimated, whether you wear your makeup or not. As far as sunscreen is involved, you need to double cleanse every night. So the last one is recommendation. I'm going to recommend to you guys the ones that I've tried, and it's also like a review. I'll also be sharing with you guys what I noticed about this sunscreen I'm about to share. So I'm going to start from mineral sunscreen. The first mineral sunscreen I've tried is actually Veet Gold. And why I like Veet Gold products, even as much as it leaves white cast on the skin, do you notice that the amount of this sunscreen that applied is reducing? And so it leaves white cast, but when applied properly and you wait 10 to 20 minutes before going out, you will notice that white cast will reduce. So why I love this cream is that it has SPF 90, which is really high, even higher than this. This is actually SPF 50 plus. Not only that, it has UVA and UVB, which means it's going to protect your skin against aging and also burning, prevent you from having hyperpigmentation, skin cancer, and it works really well. And although it promised that it's going to treat an already existing dark spot, well, I can't answer to it. It might be true, but while using your sunscreen, especially vitamin C is very important. Combining vitamin C with sunscreen will give you a better result. I got it for less than 2,500, and I would say it is really great. And I'm almost done with this, and I can't wait to repurchase it. The another one I've also used is Skin Doctor. I got this product for less than 1,500 or 850. I see a lot of alarming prices online, but this is actually how much I got it. And I would say it comes in different varieties. They have the one for face and body, but the one I'm talking about is the one that has SPF 60 protection against UVA and UVB, and it's also formulated with hyaluronic acid to protect your skin against sunburn, aging, and it's also suitable for all skin types. So for chemical sunscreen, I've only tried 3. I'm honest with you, my best is actually Biore UV. Why I like this product, like the first time I tried this, I was so amazed. Like once you drop it on your skin, it just melts evenly on your skin without leaving any form of white cast. I didn't notice any sticky kind of feeling, and it also works to protect your skin against UVA and UVB. It's actually SPF 50 and it's super effective. When I got the product, it looks like it's like 30 grams. I'm not sure if it's up to 50 grams. It's also expensive because I got it for 7,500 or 8,000, and the quantity made me to try out on other sunscreen, but overall it is a good one, and it's also very good for someone that has a very sensitive skin and someone that's acne prone skin. Another one I've tried is this UV Perfect Gel Waterproof with SPF 50 plus that has UVA and UVB. Well, the sunscreen leaves no white cast and it's stable for face and body, but what I don't like about the sunscreen is that it stings my eyes. It has a strong, I don't even know how to explain it, but overall it's a good sunscreen, but to be honest, it's not the best I've actually used. So the last I'll be recommending in today's video is Skin AQUA. It's also an amazing chemical sunscreen, and a lot of skincare junkies swear by it, and it absorbs evenly on the skin without leaving any white cast whatever, and it's amazing. It does basically the same thing with the rest, so I will not talk too much about it, and it's also SPF 50. Of the three sunscreen I mentioned, they are all waterproof, meaning that they will protect you even while you sweat. So they are all amazing products. I hope you learned a lot. So if you end up enjoying this video, like this video, and if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you here. So click on the red subscribe button, drink your water, eat your fruit and your vegetable, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.